Welcome back to the Sports Source, the segment of our program brought to you by Safety Systems. When you need a security system, a smoke alarm system, or any other type of safety system for your home or workplace, call the local leaders, Safety Systems. They provide local support and monitoring, all from a locally owned company. Call them. I've used them. They do tremendous work. VFL JJ Surlis is the guy to call. Safety Systems, nearly 20 years as the leader in East Tennessee. All right. Mark Pankrat's back with me. I want to talk about Rick Barnes. He's had a Hall of Fame career. And I think we can now put an end to all those jokes that people would put out there. Well, when he officially retires, acting like there were a lot of people that thought he had unofficially retired here. He just came here to coast into retirement, taking our money, not working, not recruiting. Some guys recruit 5 stars, and I'm sure he wouldn't turn one down. But there are also coaches who know how to fit a team together. Clearly, this guy knows how to build a roster the way he wants it built. He knows what pieces he needs, and he's done that at Tennessee with a bunch of guys that fans and media didn't go, wow, how'd he ever sign him? Talk to me about Rick Barnes and the team building he's done with this roster.
Well, I mean, he's got a staff in Des Oliver and Lanier that have done an incredible job of recruiting the fit. And it's not just watching the box scores and their performance on the court. It's watching how are they interacting with their teammates when they get into a huddle. How are they interacting with their coaches when things are going well, but when things aren't going well, when their shot's not falling in AAU basketball. What are they doing? Are they able to affect the game positively in other ways? And so they've recruited a whole slew of guys that are good culture, good fit guys. And then they've just got the ability, which you've seen from the times of Kevin Punter on through the guys currently, that just continue to develop these guys. Every one of them, you can look at their previous year statistics, and they're just continually to improve. And so he's done that. Like you said, when he was at Texas, he had 5 years. He was a top 10 recruiting class in the country. He had 15 McDonald's All-Americans, but as you've pointed out, it wasn't Kevin Durant didn't come in year 1 or year 2. He had built that foundation.
Year 9.
It reminds me a lot of Bo Ryan at Wisconsin. You know, he continues to build a foundation that these freshmen become juniors and seniors, and now you're relying on more veteran play that their skill set has just developed compared to some of these younger teams that are just relying more on just strictly talent.
And I think basketball, because it's such a small group, I think you can afford to. It's easier than in football. In football, you better have a lot of star recruits. It doesn't guarantee anything, but you need quality. I think you look at Butler making the finals of the NCAA tournament 2 years in a row. That was not a team that was built with all 5 stars. I think you can build a team in basketball on chemistry and the right fit in the right positions, not take anything away from somebody's talent because they didn't have the right star rating, but I think in basketball, you don't have to worry as much about 5 stars. And I guess the perfect example is, who's better on paper this year? Which roster, Kentucky or Tennessee?
Oh, Kentucky, without a doubt.
And who was better on the floor?
Yeah.
Twice, head to head.
And I think you see it, some of the coaches yesterday were talking about in postgame, you know, it's a different animal now coaching high expectations. When you have low expectations, sometimes it's easier to coach those kids, but now you're known around campus. Everybody in the media is talking about you. Everybody's calling in for tickets, and now it's a whole different ball game when expectations are way up here, and you got to handle that. And we'll see if the roster can still stay together.
Yep. Let me show one last thing. People, when Shaka Smart went to Texas and Rick Barnes got fired at Texas, people here said, well, we're getting the cast off. Texas is the one that's going for the gusto. They're throwing the money at the name coach. And there's what you've seen from the 2 guys in their 3 years. Rick Barnes' teams have gotten better each year. 54 and 42 overall. Shaka Smart at this UT and that UT. Shaka Smart at that UT, 49 and 48. They've been up and down. And don't forget, 3 players that somehow took some money from an agent, according to a report based on this FBI investigation. Doesn't mean that's going to be the way it looks in year 6 or year 10 or whatever. But after 3 years, if you were one of the guys saying, well, I'd much rather have Shaka Smart than Rick Barnes, you were wrong. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk to you and Josh Ward, and we're going to take a look at Tennessee's side of the SEC tournament bracket. Vols got a good draw. They're 7-1 against the team on their side. Good matchups, bad matchups for the Vols. We'll discuss it when we're back.